Hi, my name is Sarah Rae. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to talk about acceptance in the term of loss of an organ or living with an autoimmune disease. It may sound strange to most, but it is normal to grieve a loss of an organ or health because of an autoimmune disease or a disease in general. Your life has changed. It is no longer the way it used to be. A piece of you is missing. You may feel depressed, sad, isolate yourself. It is normal to go through multiple different emotions before reaching acceptance. You may have heard of the stages of grief, which was created to help people cope with loss. Normally it's seen in losing a loved one, but you do go through the stages of grief for many different things, like divorce, loss of health, loss of an organ, a piece of you being missing. It's the feeling of loss. They all can trigger grief. Anger, denial, guilt, depression, anxiety are all things you may feel and more. You may lash out at others, but our emotions come out as anger when we don't know how to really handle things. So for instance, I have Crohn's disease, I have anxiety, depression, so mental health issues. I've had 18 surgeries. I no longer have my large intestine, my colon. I have only very little of my small intestine left, so I've experienced loss a lot and grief. The most thing I go through is anger. I've been dealing with this for 17 years, and only about 7 years ago did I start going through the stages of grief. So like I said, anger was a big part of it. I was angry at doctors for not being able to make me healthy. I was angry at my body for being the way it is. I was angry with life in general for making me this way. I blamed everybody else. I blamed myself. I was angry in everybody for being healthy, for being able to do things that I can't, for everybody else to not be in the hospital. I would look outside and just get mad because people were living life and I was stuck in the hospital. I bargained, saying that if you could just make me healthy, I would help others. I would devote my life to helping others, which I became in love with nursing because of it, because I was sick all the time. I became depressed. Anxiety became a major player in my life. I was worried all the time about what's going to happen tomorrow, if I was going to get sick next week, over the weekend. I still go through it. I haven't fully gotten to the acceptance stage. I have gotten through anger and denial, well, mostly, but I do isolate myself because my body is no longer the same like it was before. I no longer look like everybody else, which is what most people, I imagine, look for. Somebody who's not sick all the time, because it's difficult to manage, to deal with. I start thinking about nobody's going to love me because of it. Nobody's going to want to deal with somebody like that. And I've lost relationships due to it. I've had somebody straight out say that they couldn't handle my health and they were breaking up with me. And that makes things worse in your head, in your mind, in your soul. I tried to live life as normal as possible, doing things that I love, which was dance, wrestling, just being active is something that is in my soul. I started wrestling until my body gave out, until I could no longer wrestle, which one day I was in the ring training, and I got lightheaded and missed a move and got kneed in the head. I realized that I could hurt somebody or get hurt myself, which isn't a big deal. In wrestling, injuries happen, but I couldn't go through life thinking that I could harm somebody else, and that's never what I want. So I quit something I love, and it seemed like my body, my illness, my health was always getting in the way of things that I love. At this point in my life, 27, I am disabled. I no longer can work, which I was a workaholic. I loved working. I loved what I did, which was CNA, Certified Nurse's Assistant. I wanted to become an RN, a registered nurse, and work in the hospital, work with people like me, because I could relate to what they were going through. But my health got in the way of it. I was constantly in the hospital. I was constantly not able to get out of bed. I am in the hospital all the time and constantly cannot get out of bed. I'm in so much pain that I don't remember the last time I wasn't in pain. It is difficult to accept that type of reality, but you have to. I mean, even though it takes a long time to get to that acceptance stage, at some point you have to accept what your life is, or you can't continue on. You can't find a better way of living without acceptance. Acceptance is often mistaken with being okay with what has happened, which most people won't be. Acceptance is about acknowledging your new reality and doing the best you can with what you have. It is realizing that you will never return to the you that existed before surgery, before you got sick. You will learn to live with it, with your new reality, because that's your new norm. That's what is. You have no choice but to accept it in your own time. Ways to get to acceptance are to believe in yourself, be kind to yourself, confront your fears, stay positive, accept imperfections, forgive, and always, always never give up. The road to acceptance is hard, but you will get there. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned a thing or two about acceptance and how to get to acceptance. Know that you are beautiful. So please hit the like button, subscribe. Our goal is 50 subscribers. So please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications of when I upload, and have a wonderful day. Bye.